What's up, everybody? I'm Spider-Man here, and I'm back to give you guys a top speed tune. This is going to be on the Z Performance, but I'm pretty sure everyone's calling it the Z40 at this point, I believe. This is going to be the third out of the four cars I'm going to be posting for top speed tunes. Maybe a little bit while until I actually post another one after a couple weeks, because we have a decent length between time between them giving us car updates. So it'll be all on debate on whether or not if I'll be able to post another video 2 weeks from now. But I did get invited to a group chat for racing on here on Route X for Top Speed Racing, so I might be posting some racing videos for once on here for GT7. But we'll see. I'm not entirely sure on how it's all going down. There's a lot of people in that one, so I'll talk about that a little bit about that later. I'm gonna get straight into the tune real quick for you guys. This is a 258 tune. The front tires you won't have to worry about unless you're gonna be running NOS. If you run NOS, I would probably change the front tires, but it may not be that big of an issue. I haven't ran it in a while, so I have no idea how well it's gonna handle on the turn with NOS, but I know it handles pretty decent, like a lot of the cars. So going into the suspension, you want all the way down, front and rear. So you want 75. The internal roll bars, I have not touched because it's not an older vehicle. The older vehicles have a tendency to have a problem with stability on the straights and all that stuff. So if you guys are having any issues, it's all on you guys to increase it yourselves. I don't have a problem with it right now. Going over to the compression, about 40 front and rear. Expansion is going to be 30 front and rear. The natural frequency or spring rate is going to be all the way down front and rear. The camber, I kept it at 3. I put it to 3.0 on front and rear just to help out. Just in case if it does have stability issues, mainly in the turn, if you're running with NOS. And the toe angle, none at all. And for the differential, you guys can mess with that yourselves. I didn't buy one for this one because I mainly wanted to run this for top speed. Going over to the transmission, you want to make sure you have the fully customizable racing transmission. You want to bring your top speed up to 320. If it's not at 320 already, I'm pretty sure I remember bringing this up because this was in a relatively recent update from what I remember. I think it was. But going to the gearing, there's 9 gears in this. I believe this is the car that has the most gears in the game right now, I think. Because I know there's a couple of cars that have 8 gears, but this is the most I've ever seen. But once you get to this, you want to take your final, bring it down to 2.435, and you guys should be able to match you guys should be matching the numbers I'm seeing that you guys are seeing right now. If you guys are not, I would advise to try to match the rightmost number, not the leftmost number, because you guys are not going to have the exact same speeds if you guys are going to be matching the leftmost number. So try to match at 438 on 8th gear, and I'm pretty confident this is a 8th gear, as it has been a while since I ran this. But if you really want to, you can, instead of running all the gears, you could bring it down to a 6th gear or even 5th gear tune, but that'll be up on you guys if you guys want to mess with your own transmission tunes on this one. This is just more of a generic one in my mind. I mean, the suspensions on all my tunes right here are all generic, but the transmissions are a little bit more fine-tuned for the majority of the cars I post. Some of them are not exactly fine-tuned because I tend to get them to a certain point, like right here, and it tends to work out just fine. If you guys are planning on running with NOS, I believe 510 would do just fine. If you guys are having any issues with trying to get to a higher top speed with NOS in 9th gear, I would just readjust it. I would say about 530 would be the max. I don't think you want to go too long on the gearing because it tends to bog the speed down a lot when you do that. With that, I'm gonna hope you guys got that all written down. Do whatever you guys want. Do what you guys normally do, and I'm gonna have the truck show you guys the usual stuff. But with this, I'll be able to continue to talk to you guys about that group I was talking about. I I don't know exactly when. I know it was sometime this weekend that is just passing that I got invited to it. I don't know who invited me to it. I'm not saying I never wanted to be invited to a group like that, but it's interesting because I've never thought that there'd be a big enough. Well, I was saying not big enough. I didn't think there'd be that many people in a group that were actually racing because I haven't heard or really seen anything at all. Most time when you go onto the lobby or going into the lobby, should I say, you normally see just either just a couple of drag ones. I mean, there's not a whole lot of drag, but there's a couple of drags, a couple ones that are just AFK to get cash, and that's the majority of them. But every so often I'll see a top speed racing for it, so that's pretty interesting in my mind. So if any of you guys are in that, I'm okay in the group as subscribers or whatever. I'm completely okay with this, honestly, because it gives me something to be able to post that's gonna be more than just what I'm doing right now, just Toxic Tunes. Because kind of running out of ideas on what to post, because generally I get you guys like mostly this. I remember I know I tried the whole Crew 2 thing, and that didn't really work. I just want to do it mainly for myself. I thought you guys might like it too, to see how I run on there, and you guys, because I know some people are good learners by just looking at something and that type of thing. But as of right now, well, okay, so judging on how this worked, I would highly advise to run sports softs or lower on this, because it seems to have a little bit of a problem. They must have messed with this last time I ran it, because it never did that before. So I would highly advise to put sports softs on it. So if any of you that are still watching this, sports softs in the front for sure. I have no idea why that did that, honestly, because it shouldn't have done that. But it is having problems in the turn right now. So highly advised to put racing softs on the front. I'll see if I can hopefully get to the top speed in the back stretch here from what happened here. But continuing on the group talk, as before, I am okay with being in it. For anybody for whoever added me, thank you. I'm actually okay, as before, I'm okay with being in the group. I just never thought I would be invited to that large of a group, because I don't know how many of you guys out there are playing the game and how many guys want to race with me and stuff like that. So yeah, but so yeah, that's about all I can really say right now. There's not a whole lot left I can think of. But you guys should be able to hit. You guys are gonna be hitting 258. If it's not 258, it's definitely gonna be 257. But it should be 258. And the top of 8th gear, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it before the tunnel. So, but with wind, it's 258. Without wind, you're going to be hitting 256. For anybody that's still watching, any of my tunes are all with wind, because for the longest time I did not know how you could readjust it. But I'm running the time trial just so that way I can just do this by myself and not have to worry about anything else really, honestly, or anybody starting a race while I'm doing this. So just readjust the speed on my top speed tunes to what you guys are hitting. It's gonna be 2 mile per hour slower, because you guys most likely be not running with wind. So yeah, with that, that'll be the end of the video. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Also subscribe for more videos. I'm gonna be posting at least once a week for now. And until I know exactly what's going to be going on with that new group I got added in. The future videos may end after the track tune that I'll be posting, but most likely they won't. I'll try to post a couple of the racing videos for you guys. So, if you guys have any questions, post them down in the comments below. I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can. And with that, I'll see you guys next video.